Hi YouTube, it's me again. I definitely had to come back on because I wanted to share this awesome dream that my daughter had. Let's say awesome in the beginning and not so awesome in the middle, but it ended up being good towards the end. My daughter had, just to give you a little bit of background, my daughter is 9 years old and she wholeheartedly believes in Jesus and loves him with all her heart. And she had been wanting dreams from God. And I said, baby, just ask God and he will give them to you. Just believe, that he'll give you dreams. And, he has given her other dreams, but she wanted dreams about what it would be like when he comes back and, what would happen. So she had been praying about that thing for the, guess the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure how long she had been praying, but she happened to fall asleep in the bed with me that particular night, and I'm always praying and always asking God, for dreams or visions, anything that he wants to share with me. So it was just awesome that we both had a dream that night. But I was just so excited when she had told me about what she dreamed about, and I knew that it was nobody but God that had, could have given her that dream. It was, so awesome and so vivid. And when she was telling me about it, just like I could picture in my mind everything that she was telling me. So I'm going to, I had her tell me about the dream, and then I wrote it down for her because it was so long and so vivid. So here we go. She said, Jesus appeared as huge and enormous to her. He came out of the sky, and she said it was a big white circle that he came out of. And as he was coming down, she saw angels and heard trumpets sound like you would hear at a wedding processional. She said she heard that twice, like the horns playing that music like you would hear as the bride would be coming down the aisle. And then she also said she heard this, after that was done, she heard this loud, long kind of trumpet sound. And she said, Jesus is coming. And as she was looking up to the sky, she saw white chairs. And I'm sorry, I was writing so fast that she was telling me, trying to read my handwriting. He was standing before her in front of our home. Jesus said, stay here, my child. I'm coming back to get you after you see what the destruction to the earth looks like. She said he was gathering all his people, and they were flying into the sky through the white circle. Jesus said, I will not let you get hurt because you will not be seen. Then he left and went back to heaven with his people. Now she said Jesus had turned her into a spirit being. But I think she said that he had sprinkled some kind of, I guess, dust or powder or something. She said he had sprinkled on her until she had turned into a spirit being. And when Jesus had returned to heaven, she was still on earth. She said people started running out of their homes and running all over the town. Everything appeared black and white. She said there was no color. Some people were sitting on sidewalks looking like zombies. She said their eyes were like popping out of their head because they were starving to death. She said there was no food. So that means it was famine happening on the earth. She said these people appeared very skinny. Then the scene changed, and she was in a shed, and she said with 5 men drinking beer, and they turned around, and she said they were not handsome. They appeared to be hungry, and they also looked like zombies. She said that their eyes were popping out of their head. Also, she said she started to try to run away from them, and then she fell into a pit of water. And she has 2 sisters, and her sisters appeared, and they were they were pulling two big tubes together. She said she tried squeezing through these tubes, I guess, to get out of the water. And she said as she was getting through the tubes, some kind of way, I guess she said she ended up dying. But she ended up, because she was a spirit, she ended up reappearing. She said she was back in front of our house again. And as she was standing in front of the house, she said demons were flying everywhere. And I asked her, what did the demons look like? She said they appeared to be wearing black and red man dresses. And what she said is a man dress is how the men wore those garments back when Jesus was. She said that's what appeared, but she said their garments were, torn and bloody. And they looked like black ghosts, she said. And then as this was happening, she said there was disaster going on. She said there were 3 big, huge tornadoes, 3 earthquakes, and 3 sets of rain. And, I kind of try to get a little insight on what she meant by 3 sets of rain and 3 earthquakes. Okay, I can picture 3 tornadoes. And I'm like, what do you mean? How can you see 3 earthquakes? But she was like, there was an earthquake happening over here, an earthquake happening over here, and an earthquake happening somewhere else. And the same thing with the rain. She was like, I can see rain happening in different areas. And she said there was thundering and lightning and trees were falling everywhere. She just said it was just a bunch of chaos. There was a loud rumbling. Then the demons fell into a dark black pit. She said Jesus appeared again and asked her, did she like what she had seen? And she said, she shook her head vigorously like, no. And Jesus laughed at her. And then he said, come on, let's go. And they flew into the air. Now I had to ask her, when Jesus appeared to her, like, what did he look like? And I want to know all that. But she said when Jesus appeared to her, he was huge. She was like, he was standing so big and tall. She was like, Mama, he's like the size of like 4 hotel buildings. I'm like, 4 hotels? She's like, yes, he was so, big. That's how, big and wide he is stretched. And she said on each side of him were 2 angels. But she was telling me as he was coming down out of heaven. His arms were, stretched out wide. And he was coming down, and, the 2 angels appeared on each side, and they had trumpets. And she said he had on what she called a white man dress. And she said it was white and shiny. She said he didn't have on any shoes. His color was almost like she said, a tan color, almost like a yellowish kind of color it appeared to her. Because she said he was lighter than my son, and my son is kind of a yellowish kind of tan color. And she's like, he was lighter, than my brother. So I was trying to picture in my head. So the only thing I think was kind of maybe a light tan color. And, she said he had a beard and long curly dark brown hair. And he's, like I said, he stood with his arms stretched wide. And she said the angels also had, I guess when they came down, she said the angels had long silver swords on them. So I just thought that dream that she had was just awesome. And the fact that she remembered vividly what he looked like and all the things that were happening and the colors and, everything. It was just, so vivid. So we know that he's going to be returning, very soon. And I was just so grateful that, God had given her that dream. And I just hope that everyone is getting ready and being prepared and, pretty much staying on their P's and Q's. Just being in God's presence, being, in His Holy Spirit and being in love and showing others love, and repenting and following His word and just listening to Him and being more in Him than you ever have. so that we can be raptured up with him one day. So I hope that dream blessed you, because it definitely blessed me. All right, YouTube. See you guys later.